The economic situation in the United States is becoming increasingly serious as prices keep going up while wages stay the same, creating growing worries among experts who are now warning that we could be just 7 to 14 days away from the start of a major economic crisis. While this doesn't necessarily mean a total collapse is coming, all the early warning signs are extremely concerning and point to tough times ahead. One of the biggest factors causing this problem is the recent change to the de minimis trade rule, which until recently allowed products worth less than $800 to come into the U.S. without any extra taxes or tariffs. This important rule was suddenly changed right after midnight last Friday when President Trump took action. And now those same products could have tariffs as high as 145% added to their cost. The effects of this change are already being felt strongly, especially at the Port of Los Angeles, which is one of America's most important shipping centers, where they've seen a huge 35% drop in the number of goods coming through compared to last year. Because of these much higher costs, stores and factories are cutting back on how much they order. And companies that need parts from China are pulling back because prices have more than doubled in some cases. Things that used to cost $28 now cost over $43, and shipping delays mean many products won't arrive until the middle of May at the earliest. Big stores like Walmart are already making plans behind the scenes to deal with these problems, not just by raising prices, but by using tricks like taking shelves out of stores or pretending to do renovations to hide the fact that they can't keep certain products in stock. If companies that make products can't keep up with demand while people keep buying at the same rate, prices will have nowhere to go but up. Some stores will try to raise prices slowly so customers don't notice right away, while others might have to increase prices quickly to make sure they don't run out of products completely. The problems don't stop there. Trucking companies that move goods around the country are already starting to lay off workers because so many fewer products are being imported. With prices going up, paychecks staying the same, and jobs becoming less secure, ordinary Americans are feeling the squeeze more than ever. As more workers realize their pay isn't keeping up with how much more expensive everything has become, they'll likely start asking for raises, which could force businesses to raise prices even more to cover those higher labor costs, creating a dangerous cycle where prices and wages keep pushing each other higher. This is exactly what economists are most worried about right now, because we're not just dealing with normal inflation anymore. We're looking at a very unstable situation that could quickly turn into a much worse crisis. If we keep seeing fewer products available while prices keep climbing, we could soon reach a point where store shelves start looking empty, small businesses begin closing down, and people lose confidence in the economy altogether. The simple truth is that we're facing an economic crisis unlike anything we've seen before, caused by a combination of sudden changes to trade rules, major problems in supply chains, and inflation that keeps getting worse. What happens in the next 2 weeks could determine just how bad this situation will get. It's more important than ever to pay attention to what's happening and be prepared for whatever comes next. Make sure you stay informed about these developing problems by subscribing for updates as we continue to track this rapidly changing economic situation. The coming days will be critical as we see whether these early warning signs turn into a full-blown economic disaster, or if steps can be taken to stabilize the situation before it gets completely out of control. Right now, all the indicators are pointing in the wrong direction, and without significant changes, American families and businesses could be facing their toughest economic challenge in decades. The decisions made by policymakers, business leaders, and consumers in the very near future will determine whether we can avoid the worst-case scenario or if we're headed for a period of serious economic hardship that could affect every aspect of our daily lives. The time to pay attention is now, before it's too late to prepare for what might be coming. Stay alert, stay informed, and most importantly, stay ready to adapt to whatever economic changes lie ahead in these uncertain times.